It's so important to record their contribution and their sacrifice. For years, I'd had the idea to write a novel about a woman in uniform. And while I was still working as a journalist, I was interviewing veterans and gathering research for my novel. And then I realized as time went on that I was collecting some fantastic material that had never been recorded. Eventually, I just amassed such a body of research that I decided to publish them first online and then into a book. One of the things that really inspired my wartime interest was an old scrapbook that my mother kept during the war. She cut out the front pages of the Star Weekly magazine and pasted them into this scrapbook. My heart glowed when I looked at them, and I was especially interested in the ones of women in uniform. I think in the beginning I was just attracted to the glamour of it all, but of course as time went on I realized, especially after I'd started interviewing female veterans, what an important role they really had played. One of the interesting things I discovered when I was doing my research is how many Indigenous men and women served in the Canadian Armed Forces and how little recognized they were when they came home. I have Indigenous blood myself, so I thought it was really important to try to represent in the book some Indigenous family. And I found this one from Battleford, Saskatchewan, the Ballandines. They had 8 sons, and all 8 of them served in the Canadian Army. And until I wrote about them, nobody had ever publicized or interviewed them about any aspect of their service. Every single one of the veterans in the book is one of my favorite veterans. They truly are members of the greatest generation. While I was doing my interviews, I found myself so immersed in the wartime years that I almost felt that I had been there myself. I remember one night I woke up and I imagined that there were bombs falling and I had to get to my air raid shelter.